Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 50 versus the Vivo Y200, and the Vivo Y200 is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 685 SoC with 8 GB of RAM, while the Infinix is powered by MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate SoC with 8 GB of RAM. So both phones has a dual cameras on the back. The back of the Infinix, it is made up of glass, looks like, while the frame, it is made up of aluminum, definitely on the Infinix. So very interesting to see how both phones is gonna perform. So now let's start off with the boot up test. So logos came up slightly faster on the Infinix, and both phones is running on Android 15. We have XOS version 15 versus a FunTouch OS version 15, and Vivo give you Android 14 rattle box, but Android 15 update just available for this Vivo Y200 now. So the Infinix, it is super faster when it comes to booting up because of the Helio G100 Ultimate SoC, while Vivo is taking a lot of time. And now the Vivo, it is also done. So you can see we almost have a 3 or 4 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And now let's talk about the display. So on the Infinix, we have 6.7 inch 144 Hz AMOLED display with the center punch hole on the top. The bottom chin, it is also really small, while on the Vivo we also have 6.7 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120 Hz refresh rate. We also have a center punch hole on the top, and the bottom chin, it is actually much smaller on the Infinix. Even the side bezels, it is more smaller on the Vivo. So everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. So let's opening up the phone dialer. Faster on the Infinix Note 50, and Infinix UI, it is inspired from iOS. You can see that notification panel. So animation, it is actually smoother on the Vivo, you can see. So now let's opening up the settings. Faster on the Vivo this time. Let's decrease the brightness a little bit. So now let's go to the display. So you can see we have 120 Hz refresh rate on the Vivo versus a 144 Hz on the Infinix. We also have a lot of AI features on the Infinix, as you can see. So now check out some more apps. Now let's open up Amazon Shopping. That one, it is slightly quick on the Infinix, if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. So the scrolling, it is really smooth on both phones. 144 Hz and 120 Hz, I did not see a big difference. Now let's open this laptop tab. So once again, looking really similar. So now check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. Way faster on the Infinix Note 50, followed by the Vivo. Instagram, slightly quick on the Infinix. Let's spin out, and once again faster on the Infinix. Snapchat, faster once again. Spotify, slightly quick on the Infinix. Subway Surfer, another game. MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate versus Snapdragon 685. So Infinix is just, even the Vivo, both phones is open this game at a similar speed. And we also have stereo speakers on both phones, but the speakers, it is much better on the Infinix. We have dual speakers, one speaker it is on the bottom, while another speaker it is on the top on the Infinix versus inside the earpiece on the Vivo. Let's opening up the Temper 2, and Temper 2, it is faster on the Infinix Note 50, while Vivo is just right behind there. So Infinix, it is done, while Vivo, it is now, it is also done. So we almost have 2 second difference in the Temper 2. So now let's opening up the PUBG Mobile, last game we have in the speed test. and the Infinix Note 50 just blazing fast in terms of opening up the PUBG Mobile. Vivo now it is also done. So once again we almost have a 3 or 4 second difference. Also in that game we have smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on both phones, so no extreme frame rate with the Infinix even. Let's open up X. Faster on the Infinix. Now let's open up Z, and faster on the Infinix. We were just way too much behind. As far as scrolling are concerned, scrolling it is really smooth on both phones, 120 Hz and 144 Hz it is working. So last one launched in the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Let's see which one will open the camera faster. So Infinix is just way too much faster. So the back camera it is looks better on the Infinix, looks like. Let me show you how the cameras looks like in this lighting condition. So here is one picture on both phones. So you can see, and the detail and the colors much better on the Infinix. The camera test of the Infinix also is coming really soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. So looking at the front facing camera, so the front facing camera it is miles better on the Infinix. Now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. So let's opening up the wikipedia.org. So open up at the same time. Scrolling fees really smooth. Same thing zooming in out. Now let's open this language, and faster on the Vivo. So internet browsing looks faster on the Vivo. So next on the list is the apple.com. And apple.com it is looks faster on the Vivo or on the Infinix. Both phones is open this website at the same time. Scrolling fee is really smooth on both phones, as you can see. No hiccups, anything like that. So now let's see RAM measurement. So we have 8 GB of RAM on both phones. Very interesting to see how both phones is gonna perform. Phone dialer still there. Settings still there. Amazon shopping refresh on the Infinix. Candy Crush Saga refresh. Instagram still there. Pinout refresh on the Infinix. Snapchat still there. Spotify refresh on the Infinix. Subway Surfer once again refresh. Temper and 2 once again refresh. PUBG refresh. Let's open up X in app refresh. Zedge, that seems like refresh. Last, back to the internet browser. As you can see, also got refresh on the Infinix Note 50. So as far as the apps opening are concerned, definitely it is faster on the Infinix Note 50 because of the MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate SoC. Not only in system-based applications, even in games. In games, we constantly see a 3 or 4 second difference. So in terms of the RAM wise, the RAM measurement is much better on the Vivo, while on the Infinix we have a lot of refresh. Also, we have 5000 mAh battery size with 80 watt fast charging versus a 5200 mAh battery size with a 45 watt super fast charging. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Infinix Note 50 versus the Vivo Y200. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and follow me on Instagram as well as on X, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.